Now, with Warhorse at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre from the 11th through to the 22nd of March, it is going to be an amazing chance to see the wonderful work of Michael Morpurgo brought to the stage by the National Theatre with puppets from the Handspring Puppet Company. Michael Larcombe is one of those gents who is operating the puppets who joins me now. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well. How is the tour going? Because it must be amazing to be out on the road with this wonderful story.
It's honestly really fantastic. I mean, we're about 8 months in now, I think, to the contract. Um, yeah, it's really wonderful. I mean, just getting to tour the country to begin with is amazing, but to get to do it with such a special show is just really fantastic. Getting to bring it to loads of different audiences around the country. Yeah, it's really great.
And tell us about your involvement in Joey, the horse in Warhorse.
Ah, yes, of course. So I'm one of four teams of puppeteers, and we all puppeteer Joey throughout the week. So we all have two shows each. I am personally the hind puppeteer, so I'm responsible for the back legs and the tail of the puppet. Um, and yeah, so we have a head puppeteer, a heart puppeteer, and a hind puppeteer. The head, obviously, of course, controls the head, isn't responsible for, um, you know, sort of do sorting. Oh, is responsible for the emotional indicators of the horse. So you can kind of see that it control the ears, controls where it's looking, and a lot of the blowing and snorting of the horses. The heart puppeteer is responsible for the breath. So breath is a big principle in puppetry, especially with Handspring Company. Um, so yeah, that really brings the horse alive, the heart puppeteer, and obviously is responsible for the front legs as well. And then yeah, I'm responsible for the back legs. And yeah, so my responsibility is I'm the engine of the horse. So I kind of drive a lot of the powerful moves, um, especially when we're galloping and
Mhm.
trotting around the stage, stuff like that. And then I've got these two brake cables and like brake sort of handles that control the tail, and that is responsible for showing the emotions and condition of the horse. If
Mhm.
he's irritated, it might be swishing a lot more, or if it's ill or sick and things like that. A lot of that is shown through the use of the tail and things. Yeah.
Yeah, so huge amounts of personality for every puppeteer involved, and having to work
Mm.
together as a close team. And I think as well the fact you're recreating a time more than 100 years ago now, in
Mm.
the First World War, where horses were such an important part of the battle when it came down to the sides warring in that time. And I think
Yeah.
it's a huge sort of undertaking to bring this to the stage, and one which is audiences are going to adore because of the level of work they know goes into making a show like this.
Yeah, no, definitely 100%. And a lot of people say, you might notice the puppeteers to begin with in the first few minutes, but after a couple of minutes, they just melt away and you're just watching this horse come alive on stage. So that's definitely a big selling point, I think, and something that audiences find really magical.
Mhm.
Just these horses coming alive.
What
Yeah.
first brought you to puppetry, though?
So I initially trained in musical theatre, so I didn't have a background in puppetry at all. And then about 6 years ago, I got cast in a musical based off the film Madagascar. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
seen the DreamWorks animation.
Yes.
Uh, and yeah, so there was a lot of puppetry in that. So it was a musical, but they used puppets to represent all the different animals and things. So that was kind of my introduction to puppetry. And then since then, I've done a couple of other jobs that have kind of boosted that skill set. Um, what I find amazing about puppetry is that like every puppet's different. Yeah, that you have the principles of like breathing and weight and things like that, but actually getting your hands on a new puppet is really amazing because you just get to really get used to that individual puppet and get to work its individual workings and things. So it's really special getting to find out your relationship with the puppet.
Yeah, but your acting background is essential because I mean you are acting either through the puppet or through the
Yeah,
movements that the puppet reflects you making. So it
yeah,
is a standard full acting job, even if the whole time you're wearing clothing, which means we don't see you.
yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
even as you speak, you're wearing black now. I mean, this is probably you prepping ready to go on for a show.
Well, actually, we depending on the which horse we're puppeteering, we have different coloured costumes. But for the Joey puppet, we have sort of like it's like a ginger kind of colour. We have like these like Henleys, which are like little buttoned up long sleeve tops, and then sort of I've got corduroy trousers myself, and I have some. It's sort of this colour. These are some of the gaiters that we wear around our ankles.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, just kind of like more period things sort of what we're in. But yeah, we kind of blend in with the colors of the horse, but then I think that helps us then to disappear a little bit more rather than being in a bolder color, I think.
And obviously, Joey starts his life in rural Devon, finds himself within the trenches around World War One in France, and it sees the tale of Albert, going to find and hopefully return home his beloved horse. And that's a slight spoiler here. I have seen a play of the sequel, so it may or may not work out. We'll leave that there.
I have speak well. What?
Hmm. But
Okay.
obviously, Michael Morpurgo's work is
Yeah,
loved by many.
yeah, it is. I mean, he's got loads and loads of books, of course, but and you're starting to see more and more of them adapted into. I think a recent one's been made into a film. I think I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, his work's really beloved by a lot of the nation and beyond. Yeah.
So obviously an amazing tour to be part of. You've said how much you're enjoying your time on the road, and I suppose when you were first, doing your course and getting your skill set honed, you were never expecting to be part of a show like this. So I say it must be amazing to be there.
Yeah, it's really, really, really special. And like never in a million years thought I'd be touring with the National Theatre, but let alone in such an iconic production as this. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's really, really special.
And the music brings this to life as well.
Yeah, oh God, we've got a fantastic singer that sort of narrates. She sort of narrates the story and is there the whole time. She plays the accordion as well, which is really fantastic. I know different productions of Warhorse have had different iterations of the singer, and I know the original production had quite a few instruments that kind of were the key to that. But now, yeah, we just have um, one singer, one accordion, maybe a little bit of a harmonica as well. But yeah, the soundtrack that accompanies that as well is just really fantastic. It's really cinematic, like, and there's like underscoring throughout most of the piece, which just really adds to the texture of the drama or the emotions and stuff. So yeah, it's really, really great.
Well, Joey will be making his way to First World War France when Warhorse arrives on stage. Be able to bring him home to Devon. We'll be able to find out how that treacherous journey goes as part of Warhorse, the National Theatre production, touring as we speak, 11th of March through to the 22nd, and an amazing take on Michael Morpurgo's story. Well, for now, Michael Larcombe, break a leg or possibly a horse's leg. I'm not sure how that works. We on the greeting we have to give you.
Break a hoof,
Hoof,
maybe.
hoof, yeah, hoof safe, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. And
Break a hoof,
meanwhile,
yes.
have a brilliant time with the tour, and we look forward to seeing you on stage at the Grand, or not seeing you on stage at the Grand, as the case may
Thank.
be.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, not seeing is the one. Yeah, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much.